Hey guys, what is up? My name is Tech Justin and we are back again with another episode of the Doza Craft Feed the Beast Infinity Modded server. When we left off in the last episode, we were almost done finishing our jetpack, and I have to say, we got it. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So, off camera there, I did a little bit more stuff. I decided that, even you guys happen to notice in the last few episodes how tedious it is to try and show you guys, a full inventory of doing specific items in a mod. I put 3 episodes into obtaining this jetpack, so now you guys have a little bit of a taste of what I actually do off camera. I wanted to leave it more to trying to progress a little bit more instead of doing such smaller individual things. This is kind of how I want to start doing it, and you can just get more of a progression of how I'm actually going about the server, versus the progression of each tiny individual item that we're doing. But this is the jetpack. Sweet. It's a tier 3 jetpack. And also some other things did change. We have the workings of a the workings of a mob grinder going on right here. It's not complete yet. It actually was complete. It was working great. I used it to get all kinds of stuff. As you notice, we don't have our Tinker's Construct stuff right here anymore. The host SB decided to troll me. And I was going to do an episode, and I got on, and I was being trolled, and as I was getting prepped for the episode, I kept hearing this noise, and it was just the most annoying noise you could possibly ever hear. And it turns out that SB, I don't know if it was just SB or if it was some of the other guys from the server, trolled me a little bit, and they actually hid a couple cicadas in my house. I believe I might still have them right there. There they are. There's both cicadas. And just to give you guys an idea of how annoying these things are, we'll see if it does it. Nothing? Oh, there he goes. Right there. Do you hear that? Non-stop. And they had 2 of these things hidden in my house. 2 of them. I got rid of one, and I kept hearing the noise, and I was like, oh man. And it turns out that they ended up hiding 2 of them in here. And they hid them, so the only way I could find it was I had to actually break blocks. I turned around and I had to break the whole entire upstairs floor. See, even that... Oh, okay, I stopped. I was going to say, see, it even continues after that. I had to break this entire upstairs floor, which is the reason why this is cobblestone. I need to fix that still. I had to break this entire floor to find out they had one hidden. I think somewhere around this one, I think it was like right here, they had one hidden. Okay, I broke it, and I could still hear the noise. So I'm checking around. I had the entire floor up here destroyed, so it wasn't here. And I could hear it. When I got downstairs, I could hear it more over this direction. So I came over here, and I started hearing it. It was louder and louder and louder. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh man, where's it at? So I start breaking some stuff. I turn around. I accidentally break the spawner. Now what I had on the floor was the cursed earth, and the cursed earth just spits out mobs left and right. And so because I broke the blocks, I had mobs getting after me. I got killed by a skeleton. By the time I came back, Okay? I was getting killed again, killed again, killed again, killed again. It was hilarious for about the first 20 minutes, and then it just sucked. I was getting massacred left and right. If it wasn't for Twisted Light, he actually helped me. He was killing some of the mobs, and I dug up all of the cursed earth. So now my spawner doesn't work anymore. But I did set it back up. Everything's good. Like, all this glass wasn't here. Okay, even that giant glass wall wasn't there. That's just two windows there, and then I had this one long window right here. I decided to do a lot more glass so we could get a better view of what's going on inside there. Anyways, they just massacred my house. I had creepers blowing all kinds of stuff up. Thankfully, the entrance was over here, and all my stuff was over there, because every time I'd come down the ladder, boom, I'd get blown up by a creeper. I'd come down from the ladder and boom, get shot by a skeleton or get killed by a zombie. But the creepers actually blew up the 4 tinkers things that we had here, blew up all my furnaces. I had the 4 tanks up here, which I still have the tanks, but Twisted actually a few episodes ago, before I started, left me this hardened portable tank, which actually holds 32 buckets of lava. He left it for me as a present in a chest. So I actually just took all that lava, combined it into just this one. So it brought 4 tanks into 1 tank. I have just as much lava as I did. It's just reduced down into 1 tank. But that was pretty much what happened, and so then I had to sit there and I had to redo all of this. I mean, the floor was all blown up, and so I had to redo the spawner, and Twisted's going to be activating a division sigil here sometime in the near future. When he does, we're going to get another couple pieces of cursed earth, and we'll be able to get the spawner back going, which we need to do because I need some ender pearls. And I need the ender pearls for what we're doing now, and I'm actually going to show you something right here. Check this out. This is a Terra steel chest plate. Let me throw this thing on. Now it doesn't work with the jetpack, but it's still sweet. It's pretty OP. Look at the design, isn't that sweet? Now, I put a few hours into just being able to make this one chest plate. That's 8 ingots of Terra steel. And in order to make that, you have to go through a decent process, which I'm going to walk you guys through today. At least give you an idea of how it's made and some of the cool things. The Terra steel comes from the Botania mod pack, which is the reason why I have these 3 flowers down here. They are part of the Botania. This is a pure daisy, and this is pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, let's pull out some wood here. If you take wood or stone, we'll do it with both of them so you can see, and you circle around this pure daisy, and then we'll do this one stone. I could do this all wood or I could do it all stone, but just so you guys could see what it actually does, I'll just do a little bit of both so you can see the results. And after a couple minutes, those daisies actually alter this. Now, what you do in order to make a lot of the stuff, you have to make this right here, which is a petal apothecary. Okay, so here, let me, first things first, before we damage this chest plate, I'm going to take it off. I don't want to wear it until I get the full set of armor. So we'll put that back in here. So what we're going to do is we'll grab a bucket. Okay. And what you do is you take some water, and then you can actually put it in this apothecary, like so. And then you have to go around and you have to collect. Okay, here it is. You have to collect all of the Botania, like flowers. Like you see, I have a lot of these flowers. This is a red petal. Here's a purple flower. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. There it goes. It's changing. Oh, why isn't it working? Oh, there it is. There it is. You see how it's changing it into that red? This is called living wood. And then this marble kind of stone here is called living stone. And you have to use these in a lot of the Botania crafting. Like right here I have, this is called a wand of the forest. It is made out of the living wood and some of the petals. If you noticed, I had the go add bot. You like right here is the mystical red petal. So you make it using, it can be any colored petal, and the twigs. And the twigs, if you take this living wood and you just make a stick out of it, instead of getting a stick, you get the twig. And this actually helps with a lot of how the mod works. I do have, this is called the Lexica Botania, which I had to craft. This is all of the crafting guide of the things that you can do in the Botania mod. Go back in there. There he is. Okay. So what we can do is, right here's a mystical white flower. I will use this real quick just to show you how the petal apothecary works. So what we're going to do, it's definitely lagging a little bit. We just went through a server update, so we may experience a little bit of glitchiness. I'm not for sure, but you take these. It takes four of the petals, and then you need seeds. Every time you do this, you have to have a seed in order for this to work. So we already put water in the apothecary. So what you do is you take these 4 seeds and then you throw them inside the apothecary. And you see how they're in there just floating around like that? Okay. And then you drop a seed in there. There we go. And then now you have a pure daisy, and that's exactly what this is. So I'm able to set this down. I can surround it with some of the blocks, and it'll turn into this. I may start doing this outside to get more stuff, but for right now, we can go ahead and we can just just throw that in there and hold off on it. I just wanted to let you guys see this so that you have an idea of what it actually does. And then now, here we put the jetpack back on. Let me take you upstairs. It look like it's nighttime. We'll sleep. You know, and I remember I was telling you about how I'm underneath the covers. If I go into F5 mode and then I try and sleep in the bed, see, it automatically puts me in first-person view, just so that the covers go over. You can't see in F5 mode the covers over top of you. I was hoping you could, but I guess you can't. So outside here, oh, a little bit of a lag. Open up. There we go. Okay. Outside here, let me see what he said. Guess we need to let Red know to move the quarry as soon as we see him on again. Oh. It was part of the update. Redneck Grenade put a Ender Quarry inside Mistcraft World, and we were concerned that the update was gonna hurt Red's Ender Quarry, because Mistcraft is a thing that the new update has been having some lag issues with, and so that was one of the things that we were talking about before we decided to do the update. But all this stuff out here has to do with the Botania mod. This is how we get to being able to access the Terra Steel. And one of the first things is, let me pull my wand of the forest out. You see how these green things are shooting towards it? That's just to let me know where those are pointing. I'll explain in a second. But this right here is called a mana pool, and it actually holds mana, and you need the mana in order to craft the specific items you need. They require a specific amount of mana. So the way that the mana works is, I can show you here on this one. Like the pure daisy, I had to make this flower right here. It's called an endo flame. And what this endo flame does, sorry about that, that was my cell phone. Go ahead and turn that off real quick. what this endo flame actually does is it will take in any burnable item and it will use it to produce mana. And in order for it to produce the mana, the endo flame puts off an essence that is then collected by the mana spreader. Now this mana spreader right here, it will take that mana and it will hold it, and once it has so much of it, it will actually send that mana to a mana pool. And that's what you're seeing with all the green rays. It's just making sure that they're pointed in the right direction. This is a similar design that I found off of another guy's channel to try and access as much mana as possible in a shorter amount of time. And this was one of his designs. I tweaked it just a small amount in order to help benefit me, because he used a little bit more endo flames, but he was also in creative mode just to try and show you how it's done, so he was able to have more endo flames than what I have right now. Eventually we may upgrade to more, I'm not sure, but we are definitely going to be putting another one of these towers right here so that we have 3 sets of 3, which would be 9 mana spreaders shooting at this one mana pool. Okay, and then once there's enough mana, this is actually an altar. It's like a terrestrial altar, and this is what you use to make your terra steel. Now this little thing up top here I built just for aesthetics, so that it kind of looks a little bit cooler, because one of the things that I do is I stand right up here, and then I drop my items onto there, and I'm high enough away that I don't pick the items back up. That little atom looking thing right here, this is called a spark. And what the spark does is you have to make 2 of them. I place 1 spark over top of the mana pool, another spark over top of the altar, and it will send all the mana that I have in here directly over to this spark, which will send it right to the altar, so that I have a direct amount going through. I assume I may be able to point like one of the mana spreaders at the altar, but I think that takes like a lot longer for what you're needing to obtain to actually happen. Whereas this stores it, this stores it. Once you have enough stored, then you can shoot it all directly over here, and then you're able to complete your ritual, your craft, or whatever you want to call it. But what this is that the endo flame takes a burnable source. So I could put wood there, I could put coal, a lot of different things, that as long as it's something that burns, saplings, sticks. But what I do is I take coal. We actually have a tree/coal farm over at spawn, so I kind of just been taking a little bit of coal from over there because there's just tons of it. I mean, they got like 5,000 coal over there. And what I do is you take, this is a dropper, and I just put a couple stacks of coal in here, and then I've got a redstone timer, and as this goes around, it clicks on the dropper, and it'll drop 1 piece of coal right here. And when the piece of coal drops, I can see if it'll work with a piece of wood real quick. Yep, see, it took it in. Okay. It soaked it up. And now, I don't know if it has enough to launch yet. Normally it makes some kind of a little, like a red flame thing off the top of it. Maybe it's because there wasn't enough from the piece of wood versus using something like a piece of coal, because coal burns, you know, like a lot longer than a piece of wood does. But I fill that up with coal, and it just sits there, and it'll cycle, and it'll spit it out every 15 seconds, and it'll keep them things pumping that mana into the spreader. The spreader will keep pumping it into the pool, and then once the pool gets full enough, which you can use your Wand of the Forest to check, that little gauge there is how much mana we have, and once it gets to the correct level, then you're able to do some of the items, or some of the processes for the items that you want to do. And then, like I said, then when I'm ready, I can, the spark will automatically send it over once I begin the crafting ritual over here. This over here was one of the first things that I was using. This is a mana distributor. I can actually send mana into this block. It will put mana in both pools at the same time. as I started doing some of the making the Terra Steel, as I was making the Terra Steel, I realized that it's actually cutting my mana in half. So I only have half as much mana here and half as much mana in here instead of having it all in one pool. And I need to get a large source in one pool so that I can use it to send over to the altar to be able to do the crafting that I needed to do. I don't actually have everything that I need in order to make a piece of Terra Steel for you guys, but I will hear hopefully by the next episode, if not the episode after that. I want to try and get as much of this Terra Steel made as I can. This way I can, I want that full set of Terra Steel armor. I think that would be sweet. And then, since I'm progressing quite a bit and actually quite fast in the Botania, there's some other stuff that I was thinking about getting into, but we'll look into that in the near future. But this is what I've been working on ever since I finished the jetpack. Which here's the jetpack, sweet. We can fly up. So now we have the ability to fly, and I don't have it out, but what we can do is take the glider that I have. Here it is right here. And what we can do now is we can just fly on up. And instead of wasting the jet fuel, then we can just switch to the glider and we can glide to wherever we want to go. Like I have to come over here and I have to get some more coal anyways. So we can come on over here, we can grab some coal real quick. You guys go on a little flight trip with me. And then if I want to get down faster, I just take off the glider and kind of put it on, take it off, put it on. And that'll bring me down a lot quicker. And then we can save fuel for the jetpack. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. 3,436 charcoal. So I kind of just come over here and I just look, and I got a few of them there. So move that. So that's enough. That is more than enough. Oh, you might as well take one more. And then they've got this thing automatically does it. So it's gonna plant, it's gonna cut, then it's gonna actually smelt it and turn it into the charcoal. Look, I mean, they're full on wood here. So all the wood that's cutting down is just getting wasted, or it's getting turned into the charcoal. So even so, I can grab a couple stacks of wood and I can even cook it myself. This way I can get some more charcoal. There's some apples. I was thinking about making some golden apples, but I don't know if I have enough gold. Well, either way, now we have enough, more than enough. I mean, I usually put 2 stacks in each one of the droppers. So I have 4 droppers total. So that'll put 2 stacks in each one, and then we can go back to making some mana. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, we're definitely getting a little bit of a lag after the update for the server. I mean, I about died there. So, what we're gonna do now, we'll go ahead and we'll throw a couple of these in here. See if it this way you guys can see what actually happens once this starts working. I made this out of carpenter's blocks to kind of give it a little bit of a design. I think it looks a lot better than just that one over there. I mean, that one over there is sufficient. It works. But you see how it's blasting the green things, and now I've got an empty hand. So instead of seeing just the random projectile ones, you're seeing the actual mana getting launched out of there and then going into here. See, now it's shooting from all 3 of them. We're going to do that over on this side too. Let's go ahead and get some of the charcoal in here. And so now what we're doing is we're producing mana. And once we get enough mana, then we can actually start doing some crafting. But now if I switch over to the twig and I right-click this, it's not a whole lot right now, but as it goes, there it goes. See, it's starting to climb up. This mana pool holds a lot of mana. but it has to be half full to be able to make one piece of Terra steel. That's the reason why we are going to make another one of these towers right over here, hopefully in the near future, so this way we can get another set shooting. But see, I'm back to an empty hand, and it's just tossing that mana in there. But it seems like I'm getting some lag. Normally it tends to go up a little bit faster. This new update, hopefully we can get everything figured out as far as this new update goes, and maybe get it up to par. But as of right now, it is actually time for me to end this episode, guys. I hope you had fun. Like to see what I had going on. And like I said, in the near future, we're definitely going to be doing a little bit more of this. I really like this mod, and there's a lot more things that we can do that I haven't even been able to show you guys yet. But if you did enjoy watching this episode, please leave a like. That would be awesome. It helps spread the word about my videos. It could get my channel to grow. Also, if you're new to my channel, and this happens to be the first video that you've watched from me, subscribe for more daily Minecraft and gaming videos. Guys, I'm having a blast playing on this server, and if you guys are enjoying it, let me know. Leave a comment down below. This way I can get a little bit more of an idea on what you guys want to see. Okay? That way we can you know, keep each other happy. I'm having a lot of fun here, but I really want to keep you guys entertained so that you can come back and watch more of my videos. But until then, I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. I did have all my chests right here, but now you notice there's no more chests here because everything that we have is now in this ME system. Now, and so we have all of this stuff. I mean, let me type in cobble. Look at right here. I have 3,111 pieces of cobblestone stored inside this system. And so this makes it much easier. This is actually a crafting terminal, so I can take, you know, whatever out, and I can just put it right into a crafting bench, and then I can use it from there.